Hey guys, welcome to the morning of Camaro Fest day number 1. We made it into Bowling Green pretty late last night. I don't know if we got footage of that. It wasn't too bad. We got a lot of rain coming here. We were pretty nervous about the weather. The weather's pretty awesome right now. I think today the weather's going to be great. Tomorrow, I think the Camaro gods have helped us and they pushed the storm out perhaps just one day. The car is finally coming out of the trailer. We have a special delivery from my buddy Blane at Ridetech, who's delivering some Coil Over displays. So obviously I have them on my car. It's kind of a newer product for the 6th gen and they're completely badass. It's a game changer for replacing the DSSVs that a lot of people are having failures with. And the DSSVs are super expensive and they kind of suck for a street car, and the Ridetechs are amazing. So anyway, I have them on my car. He's bringing over some sample units for the tabletop display for Camaro Fest, so that's kind of cool. We'll get that on film. A bunch of friends are coming to meet up today. I finally have to deliver the 2 cases of oil to my buddy Scott. I promised a free delivery, 2,235 miles, but we're here with 2 cases of driven oil, so we'll get that on film. I don't even know what else. I think today's going to be jam-packed. One really cool thing about staying here is seeing Camaros everywhere. I was woken up this morning to probably 15 or 20 leaving the parking lot at 5 a.m., probably going on an early morning cruise, which is pretty cool. I guess the trailer lock worked. Nobody tried to take it with them.
So we are over here at Camaro Fest. I'm taking over the vlog for a minute. So all the vendors are showing up today. We got all of our stuff. And we've got a nice ZL1 on the trailer over there, as you can see. And we're here.
It's hard to smile because I'm so hot and uncomfortable. We're here at Bowling Green. We're at Beach Bend Raceway. It's quiet. Luckily, it's windy, but it's a little warm. We got mostly set up. Canopy is up, although it tried to blow away a couple times, so we're going to strap it to the trailer. We got to pull the car out in a second. But anyway, yeah, we've met a bunch of people that have been watching the vlog series. We ran into a couple that was right behind us in the line coming in that were watching the vlog last night. That was kind of funny. So speaking of the devil, match you with cold drink, so we're going to bounce.
What do we have?
Let's see.
The chest of goodies.
Nice.
Oh, man.
My boy. My man.
Hey, good meeting you, finally. All the way from Camaro 6 to Kentucky.
I said free delivery.
There you
so
go.
You got your oil now.
And the detour didn't count, right?
Technically, I went over 2,200 miles.
And you got my front crash bar. And
Everything.
You got it all?
Everything.
Okay, all right, I got cash. I'm a founder of this, man, right here.
Nice. I like that.
You want to see under?
I do. Yeah. I don't think the pictures are going to do it justice. My goodness.
I mean, it's a small 112 millimeter. They do make a 120.
Oh, you did get the 112, right? Yeah. The small 112.
And then fire suppression. I did all that myself. Ran it over each header, and then I got one point of the important parts in the car.
That is so smart.
And then if you open up that door, you can really see how.
Is this where the bottle is?
Yeah. Well, the bottle's here.
Okay. Yeah, that's
And then the fire is on the bottom. Just pull it. It's really easy to reach it from the driver's seat. And then the parachute pushes forward for. So voila. And if you like that license plate, I mean, if you understand what it means, you understand.
Say goodbye. That is rad. That wing turned out so good.
It did.
Who painted it?
My cousin.
Oh way.
Believe it or not, yeah. So I bought a different trunk because I didn't want to mess up my factory trunk.
Okay.
So it was a white trunk from eBay, no big deal.
Oh, nice.
And he color matched it to the car. And all I gave him was a tiny little washer that was the shark skin metallic. And
it looks beautiful.
He matched it. This is from
this
Accelerated
ARS.
Racing Solutions.
Yeah. Did you send them pictures?
Oh yeah, she got a ton of them. Yeah, Tiana did.
Tiana.
Yeah. Yep.
That is rad. That idle sounds good, man. Nice and choppy.
You know what? It doesn't chop like crazy, but dude, it's there. You know.
We can adjust it in two.
Yeah. Well, we can talk about. We need to.
Justin knows how to make it a little choppy.
This is 6,000 customers for you.
I just talked to him on
Justin,
the phone,
you
too.
should have showed up.
He's at home in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, okay, well, he could have been here in same weather.
It's a 1 hour flight. Right?
The same weather.
Damn. That's
So,
clean.
yeah.
I love that you did the fire suppression.
You know.
Gotta stay safe. Was that the wife?
No, that was me.
Okay.
You know, I mean, and my biggest fear was being pinned against the concrete wall on the driver's side. And a helmet in these cars, you cannot get out the side window. Yeah. You can't.
I can't get in and out of the window without anything.
Yeah, so what you need to come up with is a replacement sunroof that's an escape hatch.
Nice.
That's all we got to do.
Yeah.
Really easy.
When did you guys get in from Cali? Last night?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, about midnight.
Right on, man.
Good to see you, bud.
Well, good to
Long
meet
time no
you.
see. Yeah. It's been what, since SEMA?
Yeah, SEMA. Yeah, meeting in Vegas, and now you're in my hometown.
I think it was cooler in SEMA in Las Vegas.
Absolutely, inside the convention center.
This is kind of rough. Although Arkansas was definitely more humid. Like this is hot, and I don't think the canopy is actually helping. I think it's like trapping some heat in here, but
Maybe so. Well, at least we don't have as bad of mosquitoes as Arkansas, so I'd say we win there.
The bugs at night.
Yeah.
Holy cow! Well, thanks for coming by. You brought us some goodies.
Yeah, man,
Let's see it.
absolutely. You guys are all things 6th gen Camaro, so it's not like you don't already have it on the pop-up tent there, but we got our 6th gen Coil Over set.
Wasn't that fitting that it's on the
Yeah,
the graphic
too. The front Coil Over strut there, and then this is the eye-to-eye Coil Over in the back.
That's rad. You guys have nice displays too.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, the front up here with the adjustable camber and caster plate, and then the rear here. These are set the way we sell them online to, your basic like SS 1LE guy.
Which is why we went up on
225 in the front, 300 in the rear.
Which is why we went heavier on both front and back for the ZL1.
Absolutely, yeah.
So for
sure.
those of you who don't know, we've got a pretty early set, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you guys developed for the SS. They knew the ZL1 was heavier, so we volunteered to be the donor car and tested a couple different spring rates and settled on the one that's on the car now, which I think, honestly,
300 and 400, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's perfect. I don't even know that I want to test any other spring rates. It's almost perfect. I mean, it's the perfect balance of comfort and stability in, the cornering. I don't think I've lost anything in the cornering, but the teeth chattering on bumpy roads is almost completely gone, especially the bounce. The bounce was really bad with those
Bounce you
GSSVs.
around a bit.
It is bad. I've bounced out of the lane before with like aggressive bumps in the road.
Yeah.
The chassis is so stiff. So these have been night and day. So we do have, a special spring rate on our car. So guys that are ordering or interested in these Ridetechs, give me a call or go to the website. If you order through our website, I already know what spring rate to give you. But if you want to talk spring rates and potentially test something a little bit more aggressive, definitely give me a call. If you're trying to compare spring rates that we end up talking about, is it's so much different in the rear because they're no longer divorced, right?
Your motion ratio is going to be different. The DSSVs are divorced in the rear, and so you've got components that are a little bit more outboard in the rear here. Obviously, these are tied together with a coil over, so that's going to allow you to run a different spring rate. So it's a bit of an apples and oranges comparison. If you're going, well, man, I know the ZL1 spring rate's so high relative to that. How in the world did you release that? So you're gaining 24 position single rebound adjustment here. You got your adjustment knob at the bottom here on the rear, and then the top is convenient. You can open your hood and make your adjustments up there, and any finite camber and caster adjustments as well. So, and these are Type 3 hard coat anodized. We run a Hyperco spring, which they offer really, really good spring rate consistency. I've always loved that about those. And you may be curious too, like, you know, what's up with the color difference here. We use a stainless steel plate that goes under there in sandwiches, so that's obviously corrosion proof.
Yeah.
It's not just a mild steel plate that we decided to be cheap on and throw in the box, but
or
yeah.
cast aluminum or something.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably try to go a little bit lighter, but we like to kind of set it and forget it. And you know, this is for a street use product. We're not trying to skimp on every potential, you know, pound or gram that we could.
Well, these are lighter in general. I know for the rear, and I may not remember the difference between front and the rears, but when you do the BMR has a rear control arm that's specific to coilovers. So it's just a piece of tube. It gets rid of the spring perch. So you get rid of that long spring, you get rid of the factory lower control arm, and I think you save 8 pounds. The set with those lower control arms saves 8 pounds.
That's fantastic.
So,
yeah, that's great.
I mean, you're not adding any weight.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and one of the other primary benefits of this too, a lot of people don't know, Ridetech is a company that's acquired by Fox Factory in 2019, and we were partnering up with them, and they were supplying all of our shocks since 2012. So that's kind of why you see the Ridetech and the Fox band around the top of these. But yeah, very, very superior monotube shock technology and valving, and one of the reasons we can offer such a what we would call a best in industry warranty is that the shocks, the dampers are all warranted for 1 million miles. So no matter what you use your car for, whether it's 1,000 horsepower grocery getter like we were talking about a little while ago, or you're racing autocross, or you're doing the occasional track day or drag strip like people are doing out here at Camaro Fest this weekend, you can do so confidently knowing that Ridetech's got your back.
And they're rebuildable.
Yeah, 100%.
That's a huge thing. Yeah, the DSSVs, I know a couple guys that are trying to build a program to rebuild them, and they just can't. So, and maybe there's somebody out there, but I know of a couple people that have tried. The silver lining here is doing it preventatively. If you can sell a clean set of DSSVs. Oh
yeah, you write off a lot of the cost of going to a coilover.
I think I'm seeing them between $1,200 to $1,500 a set.
Yeah.
So that's more than half the cost of this.
Yeah. So it really does. I mean, being a performance aftermarket suspension supplier, and to answer the obvious question in the room, no, we don't sell magnetic shocks from Ridetech. Maybe in the future. So it might be like, oh yeah, of course you would say that kind of comment that somebody might leave in this video. But that is one of the things that does scare me for a guy who spends a lot of money on a car such as yours, is they look at the technology, they look at the capability of what that car is as a whole, but they don't always think about what the maintenance cost or replacement cost of some of these components are going to be. Yeah. What was it to replace those DSSVs on your car?
I think it was $850 for the right rear.
Yeah, just for one corner.
For one.
And that's one coil over easily right there.
The fronts are like $1,250, I think, for one. Whew. So
yeah, and that's the same whether you're talking about DSSVs on a ZL1 or magnetic ride on a Suburban, Tahoe, Yukon. That all that stuff is got a shelf life at some point. And so yeah, having the ability to, you might say, well, I can't really change the behavior of the car. You can always change a spring rate to suit whatever you're doing. You can pick something street friendly, something kind of in between that's a happy medium for street or track, to find kind of a perfect balance for how you use the vehicle.
The rebound adjustment's been really nice. That much rebound adjustment's been really cool.
Speaking of your car, man, we've talked about it in text messages and pictures. Like, let's check this thing out.
Like I said, I've got the factory size Apex SM10s.
Yeah.
So they're 19-inch wheels. Which is why I didn't have a lot of fender well to drop them any. And then because I've got drag radials in the back.
How much tire you have under the front?
Oh, that's quite a bit.
305s. Nice. That's fantastic.
God, I should probably remember 345 30s.
Okay. Yeah.
It's basically the biggest tire you can get on a 19-inch wheel.
No, simple is always a good thing to entertain. The idea of buying once and crying once, I am a fan of. Whatever hobby you're into, whether it be motorsport or what have you, buying the cheapest thing a lot of times guarantees you're going to end up spending more later to fix the mistake that you thought you were getting yourself in at a bit of an advantage on. And it's clear to see that you think that way too with the brands that you align yourself with. We're out of Jasper, Indiana. Everything that we put in that coilover, in that shock is made in America. So you can buy with confidence. And I know that that's the same way with a lot of your other vendors that you supply to consumers as well.
And my customers. So
yeah, absolutely.
Well, thanks again for coming by, man.
Yeah,
this is awesome.
Real quick, like what all do you have done on the engine side of things?
So the engine's been out twice.
Okay.
So the second time is the easier explanation, but we basically built the bottom end. The first time I had the engine out, I did a head and cam package myself in my garage. It was the most fun I've ever had working on a car. It was a blast. Did K-Tech ported cylinder heads and bigger fuel system, ported the supercharger. I think it was making about 800 to the wheels before the next time I pulled the motor out. And that just by happenstance, I ended up pulling the supercharger and the valley cover to change my high pressure fuel pump. And I saw some excessive lobe wear on the cam. And so I was already talking to my builder about making some changes to it. I wanted to add more power. At the same time, I had a couple buddies that had engine failures. Sorry, maybe not so much engine failures, but when they had their heads off, excessive valve guide wear, like they were about to drop a valve. Another guy did drop a valve. He just didn't ruin his engine. And so I was so close to already, I was so close to having the motor out. I was talking to my builder and we already kind of wanted to change the camshaft anyway. And he goes, just pull it out. I'll take it to my shop. We'll go through the bottom end. And he goes, and then so we did. And sure as shit, I had 3 or 4 valve guides that were so far out of spec. They were so far wobbled. He goes, you maybe would have had 10,000 more miles and you would have dropped a valve too.
Yeah.
Then we turned the engine over and the crank had been walking under the main caps. And it's only at 800 wheel. So it was the perfect time for him to machine it. All new bearings, new cranks, new rods, new pistons. He ended up doing a valve job on the heads and we swapped it to a BTR Stage 1 camshaft.
Nice.
So a long way of saying we just reinforced the bottom end. So maybe it's rated for like 1,400 fly. And then put it all back together. No real other changes. It only makes 15 pounds of boost, but it put 915 to the wheels and 850 torque.
That's a load of fun, man.
It's spicy.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's good. Justin White Tune did all my tuning, and he did a phenomenal job on this thing. What I really like about, and he did remote tuning too.
Oh yeah, that's a fantastic advantage of living in this time frame,
huge.
Right?
It's huge. If you've got a laptop and you're like mildly tech savvy, you now have access to any tuner in the country, any tuner in the world. Like Justin White has tuned cars overseas. Oh, yeah. So you really like unlocks the doors to being able to work with the most competent people in the country. Yeah, well, it looks killer. I love the gray and black motif here. It's very almost Darth Vader-ish in a way. I like it. Very serious. Thank you. I appreciate it.
It actually also kind of matches the theme of our suspension in a way too. That Type 3 hard coat anodizing is a gray, and then the blue with the spring matches pretty good too. So I'm kind of a minimalist in general. So like from the outside of the car, really the only changes are the tow hook and some carbon fiber mirrors, like the carbon fiber mirrors, and then the wheels. Sure. But it's like super subtle. So in that aspect, I kind of wanted to keep it a sleeper. And then like there's no GMS graphics, just the little decals for the Instagram handle. But then you pop the hood and I think you know that it, Oh yeah, there's the conversation piece right there. So, well, fantastic, man. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to let us drop these off to you. Hope you guys have a good weekend out here. I'm glad you're close. Yeah, I got out perfect. I got to head back to the office and get back to some less than fun things out here. But thank you, buddy. I'll probably come back out here tomorrow and say hey. Hell yeah, you better. If you're only 20 minutes away. Dude, that drive was absolutely amazing. After a long day setting up the tent, or several hours setting up the tent, even though we were fried like lobsters, we took the time before the car show to go for, I don't know, a 45-minute drive through the Kentucky backwoods and back roads. Holy cow, it was just the most scenic. I mean, look, the sunset's kind of going down, although it's super hot. It was just the most beautiful drive. I've never driven the car on roads as beautiful as this. At least they have 85. Looks like
It's actually more expensive here, which is kind of surprising. I think it's closer to $225, $230 in San Diego. All right, guys. Well, this wraps up an absolutely epic day. And the reason it was so awesome is we didn't have to drive anywhere except to the restaurant and then like a 45-minute drive to get some rollers. So I'm having Kai walk backwards because there's a shit ton of lightning in the background. We're supposed to have flooding tonight and like a pretty nasty thunderstorm. So fingers crossed that the Camaro gods part the clouds and we do not have flooding, because I think that's going to kind of fuck up the show for tomorrow. So fingers crossed it doesn't end up being that bad. Thank you guys for all the support. We're really excited about tomorrow. We've already met a ton of our fans and a ton of friends from Camaro 6 and the Facebook groups and Instagram, and this event has been absolutely awesome. I'm very blessed to have had the opportunity to drive out here, even though the drive was horrendous. I'm super glad that we're here, and I'm excited to see more of you guys tomorrow. So thanks again for the support. See you tomorrow.